my friends and my family were affected by what happened to me. And emotionally it took a toll on them for sure, especially my parents who are elderly. They suffered the most watching their daughter dealing with what had happened to her. Good afternoon. Today I wanted to talk to you not about necessarily me, which is pretty much how my videos have been about me. I need to look that side, and I've got the front camera going, not the back camera going, so I'll see how well this actually does when it's the front camera. I have been talking about me, or it feels like me. But it isn't just about me and what has gone on for me. It has been also hard on my family. And I want to acknowledge that to you so that, and I'm sure that most of you know that when something happens to you as a part of a family unit, there can be a roll-on effect and it will affect others. And even though I'm kind of bringing me into it at this particular point, because I didn't want them to have to deal with what was going on for me. And I hid it for a long time, making excuses and defending my abuser. So, my friends and my family were affected by what happened to me. And emotionally it took a toll on them for sure, especially my parents who are elderly. They suffered the most watching their daughter dealing with what had happened to her. And what I was going through and still going through. It wasn't over, once I walked out the door. I wished it had have been. But I had to fight to get my belongings back. And that was multiple going to court. And even though the court was saying you have this many days in which to allow me to get my things, it wasn't, it just straight up refusal, no. I would have everything lined up and a removalist there because I had a big bed and so on. I would turn up and of course I'd still have to pay this removalist whether he ended up getting my stuff out or not. And she just refused to even open the door. So I was at solicitors and getting letters written and just watching my money disappear. And I think it had been set up 5 times that she was allowing me to go in, and 5 times I had a removalist and so on, and the answer would be straight up no. And even you know, getting the police involved to help me. It was a matter of if she refused, then there was nothing that they could do for me. So I think this all went on for about 9 months, and during that time, even though I wasn't with my parents that whole time, I was at my parents for the first couple of months, which was probably the worst couple of months, you could say. I was misery, just misery, and I was heartbroken, and there was nothing that my mum could do to make that go away. And as a mother, I know how difficult that is to feel, that you can't fix it, you can't make it better. Even though there was that element of reasoning from my mum, it didn't make any difference to me and how I was feeling. Just didn't make any difference. But in that, I forgot that it was tearing her up inside too, and my father, and my sons, and my friends. They all felt it. They all cried. They all stressed. They, you know, because it was happening to me, their friend, their daughter, their mother. Of course it was going to affect them. But you're kind of all wrapped up in yourself and your own headspace, and I could hear them, but the words weren't going in. Nothing was going in. And I'm thankful. I cannot thank my parents and my friends and my sons, even though they were so far away, they couldn't do very much, you know, but they were there. And I'm lucky, and my camera's wobbling because 2 dogs have approached me and are on the bed. So, ooh, please don't bump that. Please behave. Huh? Behave. Oh no, I may have to hold it. I don't even know if that's going to work. That's going to make it harder. Oh, sorry, if I'm right in your face. Now this is difficult. Under my arm, over my arm, look at me face. Yeah. Now behave, guys. Please, just let me finish the video, which isn't going to be very long. But it is remembering those around you who, so I keep looking there and it's there. But if it's the other way around, it is there and not that, if that makes sense. But it is remembering the ones around you that get greatly affected by it, and you may be suffering the stress and you dealt with the abuse personally one-on-one, but it's like abuse, and well, maybe it's just trauma for them, you know, what happened and all the rest of it. It developed trauma. And now you're pulling out my PJs. Yep, from under my pillow to right beside me. And why? I do not know. But they're pesty pests. Of course they are, because I'm doing a video. Yeah, but I was talking to my mum this morning, and I know it affected her greatly. It really did affect her greatly. And I I reassure her, Mum, I'm okay. I am okay. I have plans. I'm going to renovate the van and do some things. So I'm trying to end this on a positive. And even though the surroundings don't change very much, I don't have a variety of rooms to move to. Kind of my bed is my space where I do sleeping, eating, watching TV, reading books, playing with the dog. My bed is that area, and filming videos, and to come on some drives with me around town and the places that I can get to now. I have a few things, a valve on one of my tyres to be replaced. Definitely somebody to have a look at my transmission, because I feel there's a bit wonky there. But I am going to go on a trip, and drive the van for about an hour and see how she goes. And hopefully she gets me there, she gets me back. But I do have my jump starter, so if I have to use that, I will show you that as well. But it is a chilly day today, and I'm not really feeling like going out. You can hear my dog barking, and I know there's many people. Well, somebody in the comments said, the video was wonderful, but I can't handle barking dogs. And I don't particularly like it either, but my son is out there, and he's got control of it now. So I apologise. I'll put music over it. I don't know if that will work. But anyway, take you on a few drives, show you a little bit of the place where I am at, the town. It's only little, but it was my home for 30 years, bar a few stints away in that time. Because yes, I've travelled Australia in a 30-foot Bedford bus, and I will tell you a little bit about that at some point. But today it was about remembering the families that are affected by a loved one that has suffered the abuse and is left with trauma and anxiety and PTSD and So thank you for listening. Again, as I'm always very thankful to you all. And you take care of yourself and the ones that you love. Be kind. Toodaloo.